Hey, hello, how's it going? Yeah, sick. I was at a succulent garden the other day. It was probably the best day of my life. Some of these plants, incredible, you know what I mean? Some of these plants, you know? But unfortunately, I had quite a bad fall in the aloe vera section. It hurt a lot, but it healed really quickly. Thank you. But, you know, in the movies, when they're shooting a gun and they're shooting it like that, that's the standard way to shoot a gun. But if you turn it 90 degrees to the left, you're immediately one of the cool characters. I like to do that at the urinals. Impress the other blokes. But there are pros and cons of being Chinese. And one of the cons is that older Chinese people will expect you to do things for them because you're Chinese, and you will. Because there's respect built into the culture, unlike some cultures. But I was on a Qantas flight, right, which is traditionally considered a white flight. And I was sitting on the window seat, right, and an elderly Chinese lady, she walks up to the front of the plane, and I knew could only be for me. And she starts speaking to me in Chinese, but she doesn't even know that I'm Chinese, but she knows. And she's like, come fill out my customs form for me. So I'm filling out her customs form. And it's quite frustrating because she doesn't know any of the answers off the top of her head. But halfway through, a flight attendant, she comes over and she's like, hey, you actually don't need to fill that out for her. There are people at Sydney Airport who can do that for her, and they speak Chinese as well, and it's their job. You're actually not supposed to fill it out because it's a legal document. So I'm relieved. I go back to my seat. I didn't have to fill out the customs form, and I got to show off that I could speak Chinese. But then the plane goes to night mode, right? All the blinds are down, and the flight attendants, they're back in their cabins, and the curtains are drawn. The elderly Chinese lady walks back up to me and says, she's gone? So I'm filling out her customs form. We get to the bit where you have to tick all the things you're bringing into the country, and she has all of them. We got like meat, dairy, parts of plants. But then we get to a question. It says, are you bringing into the country $10,000 or more in AUD or an equivalent currency? And she looks up at me and she's like, I've got $15,000. What do I do? And it's like, I don't know what to do because I've never been in that situation before. But I explained to her what I think will happen. I'm like, if you tick yes, they might tax a portion of it or take a bit of away. But if you tick no, they might find it under all the meat and dairy. So she's staring at this customs form. She's like doing maths and flowcharts in her mind. And I'm just staring at her because I'm excited to see what she ticks. But then about 3 minutes pass. She looks up at me and she's like, take $5,000 into the country for me. And I'm like, sorry, I don't speak Chinese. Just kidding, I would never disrespect my culture like that. I am meeting her after this show. Hey, good on you guys. Keep it easy, take care, and live your best lives, and take care of yourselves, and have a good day. Yeah, good luck.
You ready for the next act? Your next act is on the way to becoming an absolute superstar. Give it up for the amazing Aaron Shan.
Hey, hello, how's it going? Yeah, sick. So a lot of people have been talking about how Russia's been meddling with the elections. Start big. A lot of people have been talking about how Russia's been meddling with the elections, but no one's been talking about how I've been meddling with the elections. Because what's been happening is I found out what my dad's YouTube password is, right? What I've gone and done is I've logged in, and I've started clicking on videos that are more similar to my politics than his politics. And I've been slowly but subtly changing the algorithm, so he'll get recommended videos that I'd normally watch. So now he's getting recommended videos like why we should let the refugees in, and all the races are equal, and how to say I love you to your son. But I got this thing where my nipples can't be exposed for too long. They either got to be covered by shirt or by water. Otherwise, I get quite hypersensitive in the open air. They get quite ticklish. I'd say it's my biggest weakness, but never say that at a job interview. I try to exploit it, take my shirt, make me work overtime. But I was reading my book during the in-flight safety demonstration on the airplane, right? I was reading it, it was so good, I was getting into the world and everything. But then a flight attendant came up to me and she was like, hey, do you mind putting that book down and paying attention to the in-flight safety demonstration? And I looked her dead in the eyes and I was like, not to brag, but I am actually quite an experienced flyer. I have heard the in-flight safety demonstration, like ages ago, like years ago, I get it. No Game Boys, and if you want to smoke, go to the toilet. But I love being in Sydney. I've been lapping up the culture. So good, you've been yeah. Been lapping up the culture, it's been so good. I was at an art gallery. I got there in the morning, so it was quite empty when I got there. But I found myself staring at a nude artwork for quite some time. But as I stopped staring at it, I found that the room had filled up with quite a few patrons. So I had to proceed to stare at a non-nude artwork for a similar length. Pretend that I was into art. So now I'm staring at this red cube, hoping no one asks me what I think of it and why I've got an erection. Sorry. But I do have my full licence. Do the learner's test, right? And in New South Wales, in the learner's handbook, there's a section on three-point turns. And one of the paragraphs in that section, it starts with the sentence, "Don't be ashamed to turn off onto a quiet street to do three-point turns." Now, I didn't even know that was even a thing associated with shame. Like, up until that point, I'd done most of my three-point turns on quiet streets. But since finding that out, now I've got to do them on motorways. Have been driving a lot, though. Been driving so much, I got a nail in one of my tyres. Couldn't believe it. Had to go to the mechanics, right? But mechanics are the last profession that can still roast you to your face. You know what I mean? Like, I drove up the ramp, opened the door, and I walked up to him, and the first thing he says to me is like, "Mate, you've come to the wrong place for a haircut." Which is pretty brutal, but also quite a high quality for someone not in the industry. So good on him. But I have got a haircut since, so it's quite brutal that you guys laugh. Got a haircut since that. I was sitting in the hairdresser's chair, right, and I was trying to explain this haircut to her, but she wasn't really understanding my vision. But I have actually come into a bit of success lately. Thank you. Strange guy. I have come into a bit of success lately, but what that means practically is that if you put my name into Google Images, first 3 rows, that's me. So imagine the audacity of this. I'm sitting in the hairdresser's chair. I put my own name into Google Images, and lo and behold, 2 rows down, 3 across, there's the haircut. Right, I've had the haircut before. So I click on the photo, and she's looking at it. But at this point, I don't look like how I look in the photo because my hair's grown even more unruly. You know what I mean? It's masking a lot of my prominent features. So she wouldn't have recognised that it was me in the photo. She would have just thought that I was an Aaron Chen fan. But you should have seen her face at the end of the haircut. She was looking at the phone, then she looked back up at me, then she looked back down at the phone and she was like, hold on. Are you sure you want this haircut? I'll finish on that. Good on you guys. Thank you.